Take the leading term. What is the leading term of the dividend? A cube, right? And take the leading term of the divisor, a square. So you get simply a. In this plus a that you are getting, you write on top, right? And then a, you multiply this by the divisor, a square plus a plus 1, which is equal to a cube plus a square plus a. So this one here, you write it here. A cube you write beneath a cube, a square you write beneath the a square term, and a you write beneath the a term. Okay, so this step is over. We subtract and then proceed to the next step. Subtract, this cancels. Now 2a square minus a square will give you a square, and 2a minus a will give you a plus a. But you see, how many terms do you have here? You have 3 terms. And how many terms do you have here? You have only 2 terms, right? You need one more term, right, to make them equal. So you bring down this one. Now you have 3 terms here and you have 3 terms here, right? So now, what is the leading term? A square. What is the leading term of my divisor? It is also a square. You divide a square by a square, simply get a 1 plus 1. So you write a plus 1 here on top. And this one, you multiply with the divisor. You get a square plus a plus 1, which is simply a square plus a plus 1, right? So this you write here, a square plus a plus 1. Okay. Now you subtract. Everything cancels, right? So what is your quotient? A plus 1. What is the remainder? 0. Therefore, and what can we say if the remainder is 0?
So we can say that is a factor of a square plus a plus 1.
Factor of what? Which is the factor of what?
Sir, a square plus 2a square plus 2a plus 1.
Huh? Again, come again.
Sir,
Sir,
a square plus a plus 1
2a
is a
plus 1.
factor of a cube plus 2a
Yes,
square
exactly.
plus
Okay,
2a plus 1.
exactly. Then we say that the dividend here, a square plus a plus 1, is a factor of a cube plus 2a square plus 2a plus 1. Okay, that's it. Proceeding to the next one, the second last sum. Five two. The question here is divide 12x cube minus 17x square plus 26x minus 18 by 3x square minus 2x plus 5. Question is, can they be divided? Can they be divided?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Sir, because the degree of dividend is greater than the degree of divisor.
Okay. And what is the degree of the dividend?
3.
Sir, 3.
Okay. And what is the degree of the the divisor?
Divisor.
Sir,
2.
2.
So 2.
So we can divide then. So we proceed with the division method. 3x square minus 2x plus 5. 12x cube minus 17x square plus 26x minus 18. What is the leading term here? 12x cube. Leading term of the dividend. Leading term of the divisor here is 3x square. Divide them. How much do you get? This 3 will cancel here. 4. And x, you'll
Four.
get simply an x, right? 4x you will get. This 4x you write on top. And this 4x also you multiply by the divisor. 3x square minus 2x plus 5. If you multiply, how much will you get? 12x cube minus 8x square plus 20x, right? You write it here. 12x cube minus 8x square plus 20x. Okay, so this step is over. We subtract and move to the next step. This cancels. 17 minus 8 is 9. Minus 9 in fact. Minus 17 plus 8. And 26 minus 20 is how much? Plus 6. X. But you have only 2 terms here. And in the divisor, how many terms do I have? 3 terms. So what I'll do is I'll bring down 1 term. Okay. Now I've got 3 terms in both. Now let's see the leading terms. What is the leading term here? Minus 9x square of the dividend. What is the leading term here? 3x square. Divide them. This will cancel. X square will cancel. Simply get minus 3. So we write minus 3 on top. And this minus 3 you multiply with the divisor. To get minus 9x square. And this minus combined with this to give you a plus sign. 6x. This minus combined with this to give you a plus sign. 15. So we write it here. Minus 9x square plus 6x plus 15. So this completes your second step. Subtract. Cancels. This also cancels. How much do you get here? Minus 18 minus 15. 33. Right? Here you get a minus. I think there's a sign mistake here that I have made. Okay. Just check that
It
sign
will be
mistake.
minus 15. So it will be minus 15.
Minus 15.
Yes, sir,
Yes,
minus 15.
yes, it should be minus 15. So if it is minus 15, if this should be minus 15, this should be a plus sign. So this should be a minus 3. Okay.
Yes, sir, minus 3.
So therefore, quotient here is 4x minus 3. Quotient here is this top one. And remainder here is minus 3. Okay, you can check with the method, the way I told you how to check whether you have done your division correctly or not. Divisor into quotient plus remainder. Okay, so that finishes off this sum. Can we say that 3x square minus 2x plus 5 is a factor of 12x cube minus 7x square minus 26x minus 18? Can we say? Can we say that divisor is a
No,
factor
sir.
of the dividend? Why?
No, sir.
Why?
No, sir. No, sir.
Why
Because
can't
they are
Because the remainder is not 0.
0.
Yes, because the remainder is not 0. That is why we cannot say that the divisor is a factor of the dividend.
Yes, sure.
Last sum. Question here is, if the area of a rectangle is 8x square minus 45y square plus 18xy and one of its sides is 4x plus 5y, 15y, sorry, not 5y. 4x plus 15y. Find the length of the adjacent side. Remember, I
Sir.
told you. Yes,
Hello, sir.
tell me.
Sir, I have a network problem. So can I rejoin?
Yes, yes, yes. Now, if you remember, I told you what adjacent side means, right? You know what is an adjacent side? Remember, or should I explain again? Adjacent side.
No, sir.
So here, see, this is your rectangle, okay? And the area of this rectangle is given to be how much? 8x square minus 45y square plus 18x square. This is the area given, okay? So let us shade this. Let us call this rectangle ABCD. Okay, and one of its sides is 4x plus 15y. Okay, so here let us take the length as 4x plus 15y. You can take the breadth also, no problem. Okay, you can take the breadth also as 4x plus 15y. It is said length of one of the adjacent side. Now this one is an adjacent side, this one is, these two are adjacent sides, right? Also these two sides are adjacent sides, isn't it? So you can take any of the adjacent side to be your length or breadth. So I took this as your length, and this area is given to be 8x square minus 45y square plus 18xy. Question is find out the breadth. That is this part. Okay. So what is the area of a rectangle?
Length into breadth.
Into breadth, right? That means what should be the breadth? Area divided by length. Is this clear to everyone? Breadth
Yes,
should be area
sir.
divided by length. That means when I am dividing area by the length, I will get the breadth. Right? So in this case, what should be our breadth? What is the area given here? Area given here is 8x square minus 45y square plus 18xy divided by the length. Length here we have taken as 4x plus 15y. Okay, so we carry out the division. Question is, now can they be divided? Can you tell me what is the degree of the dividend here?
Sir, 2.
Sir,
Two.
square.
2.
Square.
And what is the degree of the divisor?
So
One.
1.
1.
Sir, 1.
So they can be divided then. So let us proceed with the division method. 4x plus 15y (8x square minus 45y square), or better, you write this as 18xy. You write first, okay? 8x square plus 18xy minus 45y square. Or you can write it let me write it that way only. Otherwise, no point. Let me write it the way they have given. Minus 45y square plus 18xy. Okay, fine. So now we check the leading term. What is the leading term? 8x square of the dividend. What is the leading term or divisor? 4x. Divide. How much do we get? We should get 2x, right? This will cancel and this will get 2x. This 2x you write on top, and 2x you multiply with the divisor, 4x plus 15y. Here you get 8x square plus 2x into 15y is 30xy, right? So now what do you write? You write 8x square here, but 30xy you will write below this. Okay, you will not write below y square. Subtract. this, this cancels. So how much do you get? You get minus 45y square. And 18 minus 30 is how much? Minus 12 xy. Fine. Now again, you see that here you have for leading term is minus 45, right? And take minus 45. Now leading term here, because I have a y here, I'll not take this as my leading term. This time I'll take this as my leading term because I have a y here. Understood? So this time I'll divide by 15y. Is that clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because I have only a y
Yes, sir.
here, that is why I will not divide by 4x. This time I'll divide by 15y because I have only a y here. Understood? So please remember this rule. Whenever here a variable does not match and here a variable does not match, okay, you will take the next term and divide by it. Okay. So that is why we'll divide by 15y. So when you divide by 15y, this cancels. This, oh no, this does not cancel. In fact, you have y square here. So you get minus 3y simply. You write this minus 3y here on top. And this minus 3y, you multiply with the divisor. 4x plus 15y. How much do you get? Minus 3y into plus 4x will give you a minus 12xy. Okay. And minus 3y into this plus will give you a minus sign 45xy. Right? Sorry, 45y square, not xy. 45y square you'll get. So you write minus 45y square below 45y square, and you write minus 12xy below minus 12x. Both cancel. So therefore, what do you get? This quotient is the remainder, is the length, right? Therefore, length of the rectangle is equal to quotient, is equal to 2x minus 3y. That's it. Any question you have?
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
No, sir.
Now, yesterday I sent you these are algebraic identities. A plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay. A minus b whole square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. See that if you have, when you have a plus sign, this sign is plus, and you have a minus sign, this sign is minus. Okay. And the next one that I sent you was a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. And the next one that I sent you was x plus a into x plus b must be equal to x square plus a plus b x plus ab. These four I sent you yesterday. Now we'll be using these to solve some problem. Now how do we use these? Unless you memorize them, you will not be able to use them. Okay. Now how do we use them? Look at the first one. I'll give you a very simple application of how to use them. First application of, let's write the identity first, then I'll show you the application. Identity is a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. Application. First one. Suppose I have to expand. I have to write this 3x plus 5y whole square. How do I write this? Now we'll use this. Now see here. If you compare 3x plus 5y with this, what do you get? You see that here you are getting a is the same as 3x, right? B is the same as 5y, right? So now what do I know? I know that this is a plus b whole square form. So what should it be? It should be a square plus 2ab plus b square. So what is a square here? A we know a is 3x. So 3x we write as our a square. So this is your a square term. Okay. Next, I have a 2ab. I give a plus sign 2. A here is 3x. So I write here 3x. B here is 5y. So I write 5y. So this becomes my 2ab. Plus I have b square. B here is 5y. 5y whole square. Any doubts here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Fine. So that is how we use this a plus b whole square. So next we'll simplify this. If you want to simplify this, now 3x whole square. 3x whole square is the same as 3 square x square plus, how do you multiply 2, 3x and 5y? You multiply the coefficient first, isn't it? 2 into 3 into 5, 30 x, y. And here this is 5 square, y square. So this becomes 9x square plus 30xy plus 5y square. Clear? If you want to check,
Sir, how it becomes 9?
Sir.
Sir, how it becomes 9?
3 square is 9.
Yes, sir.
Clear to you? Was that
Yes,
your
sir,
question?
clear.
Okay. So now how do you check?
Sir.
Yes, tell me.
Sir. Sir,
Five
I'm
will
saying
also-
that B. Sir,
Hmm?
B is 5y or 5y.
B is 5y. This entire thing is B. This entire thing is A. Okay?
Sir,
Hmm.
you have written the answer 5y square, but above it is written 5 square y square. So where is that one more square?
Oh, this is 25. I forgot to write the 2. Okay. So now it's okay. So now if you want to check whether you have done it correctly or not, you can multiply this. But this is not something that we do. Okay. I'm just showing you, how you can do this in the beginning, not later on. So how do you multiply two polynomials? 3x into 3x plus 3x into 5y plus 5y into 3x plus 5y into 5y. So you get here 9x square plus 15xy plus 15xy plus 25y square. So you get 9x square plus 30xy plus 25y square. So are these two matching? Yes, I've done it correctly. Okay. Let us see a second application. So application number 1, application number 2. Suppose I want to find out 104 square. How do I find out? You can multiply 104 into 104, or you can also use a plus b whole square. Okay. How do you use? You break this up as 100 plus 4. Okay. This becomes 100 plus 4 whole square. Now you see this is your A and this is your B. So what is A here? A here is 100, right? B here is 4. Now A plus B whole square, the formula that I gave you was A square plus 2AB plus B square is equal to, so now if this A plus B, this is A plus B whole square, then first is my A square. So A here is 100, all right, 100 square plus 2AB, 2 into A here is 100, B here is 4 plus B square, B here is 4. That's it. Okay, now you simplify this. Hundred square is how much? 1 followed by 4 zeros. And 2 into 100 into 4 is 800. And 4 square is 16. So you get 10,816. So without multiplying, you have got your answer. Clear?
Sir, we use this formula for taking out the square.
You can use. I'm just
Okay,
showing you that you can use. Okay, now whenever it makes your multiplication a little simpler. Okay, that is why you can use this formula to find out the squares of numbers also. Okay, so let us take one more example. Let us take, if you have to expand, say 2x by 3 plus y by 4 whole square. So here, what is my A? A here is 2x by 3. B here is y by 4. So this is A plus B whole square form. This is which is equal to A square. A here is what? 2x by 3. So A square plus 2AB, right? So A here is 2x by 3. B here is y by 4 plus B square. I hope this is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now we'll simplify this. See, this is 2x by 3 square. This will become 2 square x square by 3 square. Right? Plus, now this will cancel twice. And this will cancel. So in the numerator, you are only left with xy. In the denominator, you have a 3. Okay. And here you have a y square by 4 square. So that's it. You get 4x square by 9 plus xy by 3 plus y square by 16. That's it. That's your answer. Fine. So I just showed you the application of A plus B whole square today. I'll stop here.